What's going on, guys? Chuck here with another awesome Blu-ray purchase. This is a big one. This is from Umbrella, and it is, let's just say, I've leveled up. And this is the Super Mario Brothers 30th anniversary one-up edition, limited edition from Umbrella. And I say that because this is actually the second edition of the limited edition. When this first came out, I was on the fence. Should I even pick this up? I really didn't know, and I didn't. And of course, it sold out. This sold out like hotcakes, if you will. And I was okay. I thought it was okay, and that's a reoccurring story. I thought it was okay, and I really wasn't. And what happened was I actually watched an unboxing video, which featured Christian Hannah Horror, Mid-Level Media, Warner Rat, and Dead Pit Radio. And they were unboxing it, and I'm like, wow, that is amazing. And I've heard a lot of good things about it, but I was blown away by that set. And of course, lucky for me, Umbrella, and kudos to Umbrella for doing this, because you hear a lot about these limited editions that come out and they go, they sell really quickly, and they're so hard to get again. You have to go back on the secondary market, eBay and whatever, trying to find a while to get one of these editions. And sometimes you're lucky, maybe area, and the price point will shoot up. Case in point, I've done this with that Second Sight Dawn of the Dead, the Bruce Lee arrow set. I always come late to the party. But to Umbrella's credit, they actually realized that the demand was probably bigger than they were expecting, and they were, I don't want to say smart, they were generous enough to issue a second printing of this set, because the first one was the, I think, Trust the Fungus edition, we call it, but this was the one-up edition. So it's basically, from what I gather, the exact same set, minus a few differences to determine, but to differentiate between the two. I think the original one is a purple case, where this is blue. And I think the first set came with some film negatives, or film print, and this one is not included, I don't believe. So, but other than that, I think it's got, this thing is stacked already, and this box is not light. If you've not gotten this set, believe me, this thing is got some heft. This is huge. Huge. So here's the back here, and this is still wrapped. I just got it today. Here's all your features in here. Now I'm reading the back of this, because it says the one-up Super Mario Bros. 30th Anniversary Collector's Edition includes brand new 4K restoration from the original camera negative, 480-page hardback bound book, which I'm questionable, because I thought that was something they were making a soft cover, but again, for the reprint. But we'll find out here in a minute. See our 200-page bound book of scripts, including early drafts, replica souvenir magazine, classic artwork designed out of rigid slipcase, classic artwork design slipcase, 8 replica lobby cards, 2 reversible posters featuring USA, Australian, Thai, and Japanese original posters, and a limited edition numbered release. So I'm curious about some of this stuff. I didn't think that like the numbered release would be on there, or that the books were hardbound. I really thought they were softbound. So again, let's bust this thing open and find out. I feel like if I had the ability, I should have like the Mario theme playing in the background of this. Dun dun dun. I'm stop before I get sued. Now, my history with the Super Mario Bros. Movie, I'm trying to think honestly. I remember I did see this at the drive-in when it first opened up. The year back, was it 93? And if you hear buzzing, there's vacuum going upstairs, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, so I saw it in drive-in, and I was really excited because again, I'm not a big gamer person. I'll be perfectly honest. I was in my teens, but after really, as far as Nintendo goes, I stopped at Super Nintendo. I didn't really go. I wasn't a fan of 64. I know it's going to draw the ire of a lot of people, but I was not a 64 fan. So my, after that it was like pretty much PlayStation. But my Mario lore, I think I've discussed this before when Chris and I saw the most recent Mario Bros. Movie, is basically Super Mario Bros. 1 and 2. I may have played Mario Bros. 3 once and at Mario World briefly, and that was on the little mini consoles that we have. But for me as a kid, it was Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario Bros. 2, which Super Mario Bros. 2 is not even really Super Mario Brothers, if you know the history of that game. But that's a whole other thing. So I was excited when this film came out, and we saw it in the drive-in, and I'm like, well, that's interesting. I don't remember being totally disappointed with it, but I remember just thinking that was interesting. It was, I don't know, it was strange. Of course, I also look at the time, adapting video games, comic books in '93 is not like it is in 2004 or 24. 2004. I wish it was 2004. In 2024, where a lot, it's their studios and people aren't so afraid to really embrace the video game or comic aspects of these things. And of course, the most recent Mario Bros. Is animated, so it makes it even better and easier to do. But back in live action, stuff like that, people had to, or the studios thought you really had to make everything real world because people won't understand the fantasticness of it all. And you also want to shill to everybody, not just your gamers. You want to get the money, you want to get from everybody, just even the regular common folk. So yeah, it was what it was. Honestly, I don't remember seeing it more than once that I can think of. I may have seen it twice or cable here and there, but sitting down watching from beginning to end that I can recall was only that first time. So obviously movies gained a reputation since then, but it's getting a bit of a cult following. And went out with the release of the animated film, which was so good. It's nice to see this getting some love. And man, Umbrella, who'd have thought it went all out for this? So let's take a look. First of all, okay, get the little card off the back, and then you've got back image, which I didn't know. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna get a better look at that. Again, here's a closer look. Man, this thing is heavy. The front, and now let's. Man, there is so much in here. So much. I love this is a nice hard shell box. This is always great. Oh, a lot to go through. Here's your disc and slip cover. Trust the fungus. Oh, that's in there tight. Ugh. Here's your back. And you've got posters in here, but here's your discs. Two Blu-rays and a 4K. Imagine Blu-rays play all these special features in the movie also. And let's see. I believe, yes, we do have. So here's your front art, but you have reverse art, which takes away the rating logo on the bottom that you have here on the front, so you can swap that around. I think I'll do that right now. Get that in there. Very gently, very carefully. Okay. There we go. And there you have it. So you get rid of that little rating. Oh, and let's look at posters here. We got first up, and here's like the teaser. And here's your foreign. It's pretty cool. backside. Now I get these back in the case. All right, so there's that. We're just getting started. So we've got lobby cards. Slide those right off. First one. Man, there's so much in here. I really gotta go watch it. I remember almost nothing about this film or anything. I know Chris, he's a big Mario Brothers fan, and I think he's really wanted to see it just because he knows his reputation and how weird it is, and he just would want to check it out. I'd like to see it, just get his comparison of it, being a Mario fan now. With at the time, like I said, when I first saw it, there was only like a couple Mario Brothers games. Now there's so many years of Mario out there, and he would know a whole lot more about it than I would. And, it'll be interesting to get his take on it. Of course, again, this stuff is prior to that all that entire history of Mario that's going on now. But it'd be interesting to get his take on it, and not just for Mario, but it's because obviously I think this movie I would think would play to kids, maybe depending how dark it is. I don't recall. So, all right, and cool. I got that without snapping the thingy there. So here is a reprint of the official movie magazine, and something I remember. I don't think this happens a lot anymore. Where a lot of movies would get these special magazines that would come out. I mean, a lot of your big blockbusters and over summer will come out with these special books on the film and making of it and all these cool things. That was one of the things I just don't think happens anymore. But this is pretty cool. They would actually go through and give you a little reprint of this. Wow, there's an ad for the video games here was it Terminator and Alien 3 on Super Nintendo. Give you an idea of what we're talking about here. Is this some ad? This is cool. This is a nice little snapshot into that. Super trivia quiz. Any more cool ads in here? Some Flintstones and Jetsons games. And Skybox cards. Wow. So this is a nice little time capsule to see how this is really cool. It totally takes you back. Okay, so next up is the Super Mario Brothers, the scripts. Now, I guess it's not hardcover, hardbound. So it is, I guess the wording is right. But this is still nice. And this would be interesting to go through. I mean, sure what we're talking about here. An interview with Parker Bennett, Super Mario Brothers. We have two different scripts in here. Or a script, Super Mario Brothers by Parker Bennett and Terry, Runte? And Super Mario Brothers revised draft by Dick Clement and Ian LaFrenaise. So, yeah, it's basically just two full scripts in here, which is all be fun to read. That's nice that they include that in here. But here's the biggie. This ain't no game. A collection of behind the scenes experiences and art. Back, and it's a big book, big book of, gosh, there's so much stuff. Production designs. Wow. It's just impressive that storyboards, they're able to get this kind of material. This is available to put in this book, or photographs. Wow. behind the scenes stuff. Oh my gosh. This, I mean, there's so much to go through. I really can't do it justice. You'd have to see this, but this book is amazing. Oh wow, is there a table of contents I can kind of give you an idea? Okay, we have stuff on introduction, pre-production, production, release, merchandise, and then the thing about restoring and revival. Restoration and revival. So that's kind of what's all in here. Interviews. Man. Different, things for merchandise like coloring books. Wow. This is amazing. Again, this book is almost worth price admission of itself. There is so much stuff in here. And it's just amazing that there was so much archival material that we would get for this set to put in here. So this is so great. And man, kudos to Umbrella for doing all this. For one, getting all this together, and giving a film like this that really, I think over the years is, looked at, for many years, looked at as a complete joke. And like a why did this ever happen kind of thing. And, almost like for a long time it killed the idea of the video game being a viable movie because Mario Bros. Just didn't do it, so I figured they couldn't do it right. Get it all back in there. And again, it was like a laughing stock for so many years, and it's developed a cult following. And I think there's a nice story behind the making of it, in which to see what happened, what could have been, and all that. And a lot of that is in here, which is great. So kudos to Umbrella for getting all that stuff, putting it together, making such a fantastic set for a film that for most people would just shove aside and forgot about. But Umbrella said, nah, let's give this some light and really celebrate how awesome this was. It was meant to be. It maybe didn't turn out that way, but let's look at it and and relish in what we got, and looking back at it, was it 30 years now, and celebrate it. So kudos to them for doing that. First of all, kudos to Umbrella for thinking of the fans and giving those who missed out the first time a second chance to get this. So that is awesome in and of itself, because a lot of companies won't do that, but Umbrella did. And honestly, Umbrella, they're killing it right now with these releases. Like I just got that Master Universe release recently. This just came in. I've already pre-ordered the Late Night with the Devil box set, that big, huge deluxe collector set for that with the VHS tape. Also, they announced the Caligula 4K, which I had to jump on that. like I told you before. Was it Hell House LLC? The collector set for that is Intruder, I think, is another one. So yeah, they have just really, killing it with some of the releases. I mean, so awesome. Kudos to them. I'm so excited. Look forward to checking those out as later on in the year. But man, this Super Mario Bros. Set is mind blowing. And I don't know. I don't know if there's still this second printing could still be available. I don't know. But if it is, and I recommend it highly. The care they put in this, the detail, everything. This is just wow. I am so glad to get this. It's get this second chance. And like I said, the only thing that's really different, I think, you're not getting the film cells that were the original set. The coloring is different. That was a purple set. This is a blue one. That's how you differentiate them. And I believe the first books were hardcover. I could be wrong on that. I can't remember. But maybe they weren't. Maybe it was hardbound. Maybe I just heard that wrong. Maybe they're always this way. If so, that's even cooler. Then the only thing you're really missing is a film saw, I believe. But still, this is super. There you go. It's super. It's a super set of the Super Mario Bros. 30th Anniversary 1-Up edition. Again, the 1-Up. I earned an extra life, and I was able to pick this up. There you have it. So, if you enjoyed it, click thumbs up, share, subscribe, leave me a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Were you able to grab this set the first time out, or were you picking up this, the 1-Up edition? Did you see the Super Mario Bros. Film when it actually released in theaters like I did? Do you remember anything about it? Because I don't. I'm going to have to rewatch it. I remember really nothing about it. Or just say hi. I'll always take hi. So until next time, this is Chuck saying I will see you on the other side.